jump against Dikembe Mutombo, and the Lakers control the tip. Sedale 3 quickly backs down Chris Jackson. He has a size advantage, and we have a whistle immediately, and they call Chris Jackson. Is that perhaps one of those ticky-tack ones? Tonight's keys to the game brought to you by your neighborhood Colorado Pontiac dealers. David?
We talked about a little bit earlier, the Nuggets have to push the pace here and get the pace up quickly. The Lakers want to run, but not at the speed the Nuggets do. Also, Denver's got to get on Sedale 3. He will be trying to get involved offensively early, as we just saw, and finally get the crowd in the game. Nuggets have played extremely well at home as of late, 11 of 12. The crowd needs to get in this one early and will if the Nuggets play well.
Vlade Divac's hook is off the mark. Here come the Nuggets and Chris Jackson. Reggie Williams steps up and pops one from 21. Williams coming off a 24-point, 10-rebound performance 2 nights ago against Orlando. 3, looking for his shot, and he's short. Numbers are right. Liberty loses the basketball. Jackson tracks it down, in and out. Mutombo offensive rebound. Take that.
Well, you can see early the Nuggets are going to force the pace and even take quick shots. Shots that might not be great shots early, but they're going to force the Lakers to get out and run with them.
Dave, none of these guys played with Alex English, but do you think the emotions are up a little bit more adrenaline tonight?
Well, I think these guys realize what a special night it is, but once you hit the court, you're interested in that basketball.
And that pass over the head of Marcus Liberty running the fly pattern down the right sideline.
But again, you don't see Dan Issel up and really getting on his team early. He wants the pace pushed, and because of that, you may see some unforced errors early.
Reed gives to Byron Scott. James Worthy will fire occasionally for 3. Thought about it. Backs it out. They play the 2-man game with AC Green. Worthy, 22 feet away. He was on the line. Ripped down by Mutombo, Ellis, and Divac. And somehow, Divac earned a jump ball out of that. So Dikembe and Divac will do what they did a moment ago. And there's the matchup between those two. Divac, a guy who can do so many things well, Dave. He can pass the basketball, he blocks shots like Dikembe is able to do. He can put it on the floor for a big guy.
He's played better as of late. Randy Funn, about a month ago, was not happy with Vlade Divac. Didn't think he was getting the effort necessary, but Vlade's been pretty good the last 7 or 8 games.
He tries to kick it back outside. Chris Jackson, open floor. See you later. Well, that's a mini dunk, kind of a tap dunk. He thought about throwing it down, and he's still without his first career dunk in the NBA, despite having participated in the NBA dunk contest at the All-Star game a couple of weeks ago. Randy Funn doesn't like the complexion of it early. He calls for a 20-second timeout. Nuggets pitching the shutout right now, 6-0. Hey, Dave, I had to ask you this. What is it about coaching the Lakers where you have to grease your hair back and call me right back? Riley did it, Dunleavy did it, and now Randy Funn's got the same hairdo.
I don't know. I can tell you this, though. If he's not happy with the way his team has played early, Lakers been standing around offensively, and you can see Divac trying to make a tough pass, trying to bounce the basketball through the defense. Chris Jackson in the passing lane, up, and almost throws this one down.
Jackson with 2, Reggie Williams with 2, Dikembe Mutombo also with 2, 6-0. AC Green nearly throws it away.
See, Lakers trying to get more movement. They're a team that likes to run a lot of pick and rolls, but everybody's standing around right now.
They double Divac. Byron Scott to Worthy. Worthy streaks in. Good look for Green on the baseline. His jumper short. Divac 4 pump fakes and get it out of here. 4 on 2. Liberty all the way. 8-0 Nuggets. And Dan Issel up applauding the play of Marcus Liberty. Three, working off a screen, firing from 20, and he gets the Lakers on the board. Sedale 3, who averages 15 a game, but when he's playing at the Denver Nuggets, over 25 a game. Or if you could draw a script up for the first couple of minutes and you're a Nugget fan, they have to like how it started. Alfonso Ellis, that is something people didn't realize coming out of college he could do. Face up and shoot from 16, 17 feet.
Man, we haven't seen really the Nuggets run too much pick and roll, but Jackson the last few games has been able to involve not only Alfonso Ellis, but at times Marcus Liberty as jump shot goes down.
Sedale 3 with another jumper. He had 17 the other night against the Clippers. Lakers able to win that ball game. And underneath, Marcus Liberty stays with it and gets the bucket. He has 4. Byron Scott with the quick shot. Williams to the combo. Great catch. The big fella. And the Nuggets up by 10, 14-4, and we've only played 4 minutes.
I'll tell you, even though Randy Funn wants the Lakers to push the pace, they cannot win here at home with the pace as it is right now. This is Nugget basketball at its best.
Randy Funn certainly doesn't like the looks of the first 4 minutes. 14-4. Goodman. Byron Scott will inbound for the Lakers, who have won the first 3 ball games of the season series this year. This is the 4th and final meeting. Worthy from the foul line. And that line drive hits the rim and is off the mark. Reggie Williams. And away from the basketball, we have an offensive foul, and I think it'll go against the big fella.
Yeah, Dikembe Mutombo had Vlade pinned down low, and really if Reggie sees him early, he's got a chance to get in the basketball, but because he couldn't get it in time, you'll see Dikembe's left arm just pin Divac down low, and that's the call, and that's an easy one.
PC Green against LaFonso Ellis, doesn't like the looks of it and gives it off to Worthy, and they think about a pick and roll, and now Worthy will try to school Marcus Liberty. And there's a reach in on Liberty. That'll be his first.
Well, he presents so many matchup problems. James Worthy, bigger than Marcus Liberty, and when the Lakers get that matchup, you'll see Worthy try to pin Liberty down low and take him to the blocks.
You know, it's funny, we were watching that footage of Alex English as Randy Funn already into his 3rd quarter antics and getting after the officials. Alex getting beaten up on the baseline, and then they call Dikembe Mutombo. That looked like minor stuff compared to that. Nice drive by James Worthy using the left hand.
And pretty good rotation of the basketball by the Lakers that time as Worthy, with bad knees, able to slide to the middle by himself.
Ellis back outside. Williams sees it and comes through, but he's off the mark. Stolen by Chris Jackson. 3-on-2 the other way. He's got Liberty on a wing. Good catch by Liberty. And now jump hook is in and out. Liberty on rebound. Up and lays it home. Marcus Liberty very active early.
Yeah, and that's the kind of play that Liberty really can give this team. I think Marcus is at his best in the open court, very active inside, quick jumper, and good hands.
James Worthy can give you that, and he's done that for 11 years. 6'9", 225, 11 years out of North Carolina.
I think Liberty expected help in the middle that time and got none.
Ellis wheels to the hoop, falling away. LaFonso Ellis. Threet with the hesitation now goes up to 12 and knocks down the quick jumper. Dave, he is picking up right where he left off the last couple of games.
Well, in the first game of the Forum, they had 17 points in the first quarter and looked like he was going to single-handedly beat the Nuggets. He's getting 25 points per game. He's shooting 59% in 3 games. Just a lot of shots to gain all the points.
Lakers looking to run something different for them. You touched on it, Dave. Since Sam Perkins was traded to Seattle, they want to get out and do what they used to do when Magic Johnson was running the break. Well, they'll never have that kind of chemistry again, but they do want to run. Three-pointer on its way and down. 35th triple of the year for CJ. 21-10, Nuggets' biggest lead.
And much the same as the Nuggets having to locate Sedell Threet in the break, the Lakers have got to locate Chris Jackson when the Nuggets push the basketball.
Byron Scott, when he's left alone, can still shoot the jumper. Good catch by Mutombo over Divac. He catches the basketball so much better this year than he did as a rookie.
And the nice thing there, when you get your big fella out running, even though it's going to be a tight pass, you got to give him a shot. If that thing goes out of bounds, that's okay. Dikembe will continue to run the next time.
Scott with time to set up and fire, and he rips the cords. Byron Scott now with 4. In his 10th year out of Arizona State. They have some players still long in the tooth. James Worthy in his 11th year, AC Green in his 8th, Byron Scott in his 10th, Sedale Threet. I don't think people realize he has been in the league for 10 years. Ellis, reverse spin, showing the whole repertoire early. LaFonso with 6. He's already exceeded, or come close to exceeding what he did the other night against Charlotte. He got in foul trouble early and finished with 8. has it stolen. Jackson to Williams, all the way for the slam, and the Nuggets 27 points already here in the first period. David only played 8 minutes.
And Byron Scott got very lazy with the basketball in front of Reggie Williams. Quick hands by Williams.
Divac loses it. Chris Jackson stole it from him. And now Divac tries to steal it back. Great hustle play by Divac. 3 from the free throw line. And his jumper is short. Eldon Campbell will come in for the Lakers. Tommy Hammonds will replace LaFonso Ellis. 27-14, Nuggets by 13, 3:37 to go in the first. Everything going the Nuggets' way.
Byron Scott will show the basketball to Reggie Williams right there in the quick right hand. Nuggets here really execute the 2-on-1 break. Jackson draws 3 to him, dumps the basketball. Reggie Williams home with the dunk.
CJ back to Hammonds. Chris Jackson 21 feet away. He's on the money. No, they're saying beyond the arc. 3-pointer. Chris has 2 jumpers, both from downtown.
You cannot be lazy. You can't go behind the pick with Chris Jackson. You got to fight over the pick and get help from your other defender.
It's really a matchup that Dan Issel very concerned about. Sedale 3 to very strong point guard. The hook by Eldon Campbell misses, and Liberty rips it away from Mutombo.
Chris Jackson right now is feeling it.
I was just going to say that. He's in his neighborhood. He turns it over there on a palm. 30-14, the Nuggets by 16. Timeout on the floor with 2:50 to go in the first quarter. To say the
guy doesn't need much time to get the shot off. And it doesn't matter if he's in 3-point range or not.
74%. That'll win you a few basketball games. 4 players with 6 points. Jackson, Liberty, Mutombo, and Ellis. Williams has contributed 4. Nuggets 30-14. Divac faces up and hits from about 10 feet away. First bucket of the night for Vlade Divac. That broke a 7-0 run by the Nuggets. Anthony Peeler now on the floor, and Bryant Stith with the basketball. 2 rookies matching up. Shot clock's down to 6. Mutombo, the hook, get it out of here. Eldon Campbell swatted that one as it was almost coming down at the hoop. Peeler, count the basket. Anthony Peeler winds in, and the southpaw, who you saw quite a bit of in the Big 8, able to convert.
Divac did a pretty good job in the other end, and although Campbell got the block, Divac was the one that forced Dikembe to take that shot a little bit further from the basket. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by McMillan Sales. In McMillan, you can trust.
Anthony Peeler's averaging just over 10 a game. If he continues to do that, he'd be the first rookie to average 10+ since Byron Scott did it. Williams all the way to the ground. Count the bucket.
And you quickly learn in this league which players you can run backwards on and which players you better get back and play defense. Anthony Peeler realizes right there that Reggie Williams is not going to give the basketball up. He's going to take it to the glass. And Peeler just unable to turn himself and gain momentum and cut Reggie Williams off.
So Williams also unable to convert on the free throw. 32-18, Nuggets by 14. 2 minutes to go. Worthy with that patented one-handed slam. I don't think I've ever seen him dunk with 2 hands.
Well, that time the Nuggets guessed that Worthy was going to get it down low, and the Lakers skip pass over the pick, and he's all by himself.
Stith gets clobbered from behind by Peeler, and Bryant will go to the line. Bryant Stith coming off an impressive performance. He had 16 points against Charlotte the other night.
This is the kind of move that once you gain confidence shooting, you can make. And you can see Stith with the head and shoulders fake, gets Peeler in the air, leans underneath him. Make sure you draw that contact and get at least 2 free throws.
Stith at 78% as the first one down. 16 points was his best effort since coming off the injured list with the foot injury. Quickly, the other direction in James Worthy, and that will not please Dan Issel. You have to get back on defense on a made free throw.
Well, we told you earlier that he wasn't up with a couple of the mistakes that were forced because of the pace, but that's a case where you just have to turn and run back. Lakers snuck 2 players to midcourt.
Williams against Worthy. Aggies off to Robert Pack. Williams. Divac lost it, but he was tagged as he made his way down the middle. Dan Issel does not like the call at all by Mike Castaville.
The bounce pass to Divac, and you can see here, Divac is knocked off stride, but Reggie, if he moves, certainly didn't move very much. That shouldn't, I wouldn't think, be 2 free throws there. He was fouled well before he got into the act of shooting.
That's what the discussion's about right now, and you're absolutely right. They'll take it out on the side. Worthy will inbound. 34-22. Nuggets leading by 12. 1:05 left in the first quarter. Different pace than the last time the Lakers were here at McNichols. They slowed it down and won the basketball game 92-86. Illegal defense first of the evening, so it'll just be a warning here. The next time the Nuggets are called, it will result in a technical foul. Dikembe Mutombo was called by Paul Mahalik. Fresh 24 for Los Angeles. Tommy Hammonds, the man guarding Divac, and they quickly give it back to Sedale Threaton. His shot is always on when he's playing the Nuggets. Pack goes all the way, and Issel incredulous right now that he's not getting a call.
Well, he got fouled. Robert Pack, watch his arm as he takes the basketball inside. That's what I would call a major league hack.
And I think Dan's having nightmares from the other night. He didn't feel he got too many calls in the win over Charlotte. Three-pointer by Peeler. He can do that. Anthony Peeler leads the Lakers in three-pointers. He's got 5 early, and all of a sudden it's a 7-point basketball game. The Nuggets were up 16 just a couple of moments ago. 7-zip run for LA. Stiff. Swatted by Campbell, his second block. They haven't been pleased with his offense, Dave, but his shot blocking remains outstanding. Shot clock's down, quarter clock, 3 hours in the hot tub.
Hey, when you're 32 and you played that long, you deserve as many hours as you did.
Liberty all the way to the bucket. Marcus Liberty, after being shut out the other night against Charlotte, has 8 early.
And again, we've seen Marcus in transition, and here taking it strong to the basket. I think that's the best place for a guy like Liberty. A slasher, a guy that's an excellent jumper, great athlete around the basket. Take it strong to the rim, and Liberty is off to a quick start.
He leads the Nuggets right now with 9 points, and the Nuggets have that lead back into double figures. Sedale 3 does not come off the floor, and that's a little too hot for Vlade Divac. Here comes Robert Pack looking to push the pace. He's got Liberty. Shot clock is down to 10. Hastings tied up by Divac, then lose it. 3 with the basketball, 3-on-3. Sedale 3 all the way and then misses the bunny, and we have a foul underneath. And this whistle came in a little bit late. Paul Mahalik, who's been around the league for many tours, got LaFonso Ellis.
I think this is the case, and watch the crossover dribble here as Pat goes for the steal underneath. If Threaton gets this one to go down, there probably is not going to be a whistle. But after Mahalik sees the ball come off the rim, there's the call. And if you're LaFonso Ellis, you don't like to pick up fouls like that.
Yeah. First on Fonz, who fouled out the other night. Benoit Benjamin, in just his second appearance as a Los Angeles Laker. He came over a week ago from Seattle, along with Doug Christie in the trade for Sam Perkins. Now, Doug Christie you will not see this evening as Worthy checks out, because Christie is on the suspended list. He didn't do anything wrong. He's just getting into playing shape and learning Randy Fund's system. Talked to him before the game, and he's going to have a private tutor who knows a thing or two about basketball, Dave. One Magic Johnson is going to work with him when they get back to L.A. 37-29. Liberty can shoot the 3, and he banks it. You got to call that, don't you?
I tell you, it looked like he aimed it for the bank because it was way off, but yeah, usually from that distance you got to call it.
3 trying to do it on his own. Away from the basketball, Divac gets caught up with Scott Hastings, Benoit Benjamin, And Benjamin gets called for throwing the elbow, and Hastings, he probably wants to go back to the hot tub already. Benoit's first, so another inauspicious beginning for the big fella out of Creighton. Nuggets trying to get the passing game going.
Pretty good ball movement right now by the Nuggets.
Pack winds in, gets off, shot clock 3, jump hook is good. Lofonso Ellis, and he's got 8 now.
And he's got a variety of shots. He can take it off the dribble, spin, strong enough that he gets his body into the defender and prevents that shot from getting blocked.
Benoit trying to back down Scott Hastings, and he's successful. Tough shot. Benjamin pulls down the air ball. 3-on-1. Ellis the only one back. They give off for the dunk to Eldon Campbell. Campbell's first bucket, a little pressure in the backcourt. Pat now to Ellis. Hastings. "16-footer goes 15. Couldn't resist, Dave. 42-33, Nuggets by 9. 9:36 to go in the second. And Dan Issel knew it would not be as easy as it appeared the first 5 minutes of the game. And he has Chris Jackson up and ready to go. And Dan's got a good conversation going right now with Bill. Pack back to Ellis. Take that. Ellis in double figures with 10.
That's a great job by Robert Pack, just drawing the defense to him and then finding Ellis thundering down the left side. Lakers right now look to be content to walk this basketball up the court.
Robert Pack takes the basketball, now needs help. And the hold on Sedale 3.
Well, Dan Issel's upset because Bernie Fryer's right in front of the play. Watch Sedale 3 virtually tackle Robert Pack. I mean, that's an open field tackle around the left leg.
That's a single leg takedown also. Pack comes out of the ball game, and Chris Jackson is back in. Jackson was 6. And here comes Dwayne Cooper. Well, one former USC guard sits down, and another USC guard enters the fray.
Boy, how about that backcourt? Dwayne Cooper, Robert Pack, Minor from Miami.
I'd like to have to cover those guys. I mean, they got one speed, super fast. Jackson with the pick. Ellis with the follow. How about that?
That's what I was talking about. He's got such incredible athletic ability and a sense for how the basketball's coming off the rim. And Randy Funn has seen enough.
46-33. Nuggets had it up to 16. Look at the scowl on Ellis. They got it back up to 13. 8:30 to go in the second. Dwayne Cooper working against Chris Jackson. AC Green. That jumper way off. Guarded closely by Hammonds. Campbell won't go. Hammonds with the rebound. Stiff. Liberty will try again. No, now he goes straight in. And I guess the foot was on the line. They'll give Marcus Liberty a deuce. Liberty early having a night. He's got 14.
The Lakers right now with the team they have, Byron Scott has got to get involved in the offense.
Scott with just 4 points, and that came pretty early in the basketball game. Shot clock down 2. Scott's got to get it up. He gets clobbered and can't believe he doesn't get a call. 4 on 2. Chris Jackson, that also a 2 on the baseline, and the Nuggets continue to shoot the basketball very, very well.
And Randy Funn right now coming back with James Worthy. He's got to get more offense on the court. Nuggets doing a nice job of taking away Byron Scott, and he's been the first option the last couple of times down.
Benoit Benjamin turns around and got nothing but air. 17-point lead. Nuggets looking for more. Liberty feeling it. He returns the favor by Benjamin. That, folks, was an ugly hook shot, but we can allow that, I guess. Marcus has 14 points here in the first half.
Dan
Shane Issel making sure that the Nuggets know who they have defensively. He wants Marcus Liberty on the veteran James Worthy. Worthy, good look underneath, and then a foul. Scott Hastings.
And this is a case where two guys that have played together a long time on the same page, as they say. Worthy looked like he's going to take the shot, yet A.C. Green never let his eyes go to the basket. He waited for the pass from James Worthy.
.647 to go in the second. A.C. Green at the line. A.C. as a starter has been averaging 14.5 and 10.5 rebounds, better than his season numbers. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Jack Brewer's Pioneer Infinity. You're invited to guest drive an Infinity G20, J30, or Q45. You'll never be the same again. Pioneer Infinity on South Havana in Aurora. Green makes good on both of his free throws, his first points of the evening. 588 consecutive games, the 11th longest streak in the history of the NBA for A.C. Green or Reggie Williams.
Nuggets right now doing a nice job, Drew, of picking up the open man and really shooting with a great deal of confidence. It's amazing when a team gets off to a quick start, you feel like you're going to make it.
Dwayne Cooper bounces one in from outside. You can tell Liberty's confidence really raised here in the first basketball game. Shot clock at 8. Williams against Scott. Liberty's got to put it up, and he has now shot 2 consecutive air balls.
A.C. Green took a couple of steps before he let that outlet pass go. Randy Funn has seen his team struggle this year, although they've been a pretty good road team, 13-13. They're one of, I believe, 9 clubs with a 500 record or better on the road.
And they've been 500 or better 12 of the last 13 years, reaching on Cooper out on the floor. Cooper's first. Liberty will inbound. 5:53 left in the second. Nuggets by 15, 52-37. Their biggest lead, 17. Batumbo posting up A.C. Green. Nuggets with the advantage. Dikembe, the turnaround jumper, actually shooting down at the basket.
Well, he realized that A.C. Green in the switch with Vlade was on him defensively, and of course Dikembe can shoot over the top of Green.
Yeah, Dave, his jump shot, you know, hasn't fully arrived, but it's got no James Worthy runs down a loose basketball.
Now you run him to try to back Reggie into the basket.
Unconventional, but the scoop shot from his knee goes for Worthy, and James now in double figures with 10. First pick in the draft after LA won a title in '82. James Worthy came along. What a nice gift. 3-pointers down. Chris Jackson. Jackson 5 of 8 from the floor for 13 points. Cooper gets off. Green misses everything. D-box bouncing through Batumbo, no whistle, and Dikembe finally comes away with the basketball. Jackson looks to push it. Williams against Byron Scott.
Pretty good defense by Byron Scott.
Hastings on the reverse side gets his first bucket. Everything working right now for the Nuggets. They beat the double team there.
Nice job of recognizing by Reggie Williams the double team, and Tom Hammonds getting himself into a position where Williams can see him.
There's the whistle. I don't think they'll count that basket. On the floor, Tom Hammonds gets ticketed. First on Hammonds, and Los Angeles will take it out on the side. Randy Funn, to anyone who will listen right now, is
not having any.
Yeah. Or something like that. D-box again fouling in, and Tommy Hammonds again with the personal foul. Well, we've seen that play now twice.
That's a tough matchup for Tom Hammonds. Got caught in the switch with Mutombo, and again, Divac is a good enough offensive player that he's got the skill to roll inside, and Hammonds much, much smaller.
And so LaFonso Ellis will come back. Tommy Hammonds will get a round of applause, and he glares back at Mike Costaville, who whistled him twice. 20-point lead for Denver, 3:53 to go. Half, and that was sloppy defensively. A little backdoor cut, and Cooper uncontested layup. Williams has time to set up and buries the 15-footer. Reggie Williams. Williams has 10. He's averaging almost 18 a game.
And see, the Lakers, of course, want to run the basketball, but it's pretty darn tough to run when you're knocking shots down all the time. Lakers have not been able to get off in the break because Denver has shot a phenomenal percentage.
Liberty all the way, misses. Williams is there, and he will not be allowed to go up again. Dwayne Cooper wraps him up. You know, Los Angeles obviously isn't hitting a lot of their shots, but they've been very poor getting back on defense.
Take a look at this picture. You see 3, 4 white jerseys before you see the second blue jersey. Denver is just beating the Lakers up and down the court, and again, shooting a great percentage. And because of that, the Lakers have to walk the basketball up offensively. That's not what they want to do.
Showing their age right now. They had yesterday off. They did not play last night. Played Sunday at the Forum, beat the Clippers 124 to 112. Really a complete basketball game for the Lakers. But so far tonight, they have not played well. 61-41, Nuggets by an even 20. Williams off the screen. Nuggets up, and Pack is there to pull it down. They got to get it up. 2 seconds. And Worthy pulls down the rebound. 3 on 2. Byron Scott will try to get a 3.
All night long, and again, the Nuggets with a rare miss. The Lakers pushing the pace, and Scott wide open from three-point range.
And he is the all-time three-point shooter in Laker history. He surpassed Michael Cooper not too long ago. Ellis gets doubled, so they're trying to track down some turnovers. And so far, the Nuggets have recognized it each time. 5 on the shot clock. Williams forced up a 3, and Brian Stitt will run down the loose basketball. Nuggets with a fresh 24. Stitt, 17 feet away. There's the confidence you talked about, Dave.
And that's the shot, really, that Brian Stitt, before he was injured, and certainly right after, would never take. He would have run down the loose ball and then reset the shot clock and pass the basketball. Now that really feels like he can make any shot he takes.
Worthy on the other end will have a couple of free throws when we come back. 1:50 left in the first half. It is
never be able to run, and we will never win this basketball. Lakers have really been stagnant defensively, standing around, and Nuggets have moved the basketball precisely and got good looks at the basket the entire half.
James Worthy has the first. He has 11 points, now 12. He is one of 5 Lakers over 15,000 career points. Dave? Stiff with the basketball. Dave, I know you didn't hear me a moment ago, but shot clock winded down. The other 4 Lakers with 15,000 plus points as Robert Pack gets fouled.
Nice move by Pack. The other 4 Lakers would be Jerry West.
Pack's going to the line.
Pack is a guy, again, that when things break down, you need players like Robert Pack who can create off the dribble. Shot clock running down, and yet Pack able to beat his defender with a nice, quick crossover move, and you get 2 free throws in a case where you look like you're going to have a 4th shot.
Okay, Jerry West is 1.
Magic.
Magic is 2.
How many are there?
There's 2 more. Done very nicely.
Yep, Elgin Baylor, I would think.
Yes, Elgin Baylor.
15,000 career points.
Yep.
How about the Big Dipper? No, he wasn't there long enough.
No. Think of another Big Dipper.
I can think of a lot of Big Dippers. Big Kareem.
Yeah, you almost forgot about him. Those are the 4. That's not a backcourt violation. The Nugget got a hand on it, but the shot clock is down to 6. Byron Scott pulls up from 3.
That should have been 4.
Yeah. He was barely over the timeline. Dikembe Mutombo running the break. The crowd appreciating it. 1 minute to go in the quarter. Ellis turning around off the glass. Pretty move over AC Green. Fonz with 14.
You're looking at a guy in AC Green that is a very good one-on-one defender down low, and LaFonso Ellis gets his body into Green, which prevents Green from really getting up in the air, and Ellis off the glass.
With time to set the basketball on his fingers, and the Nuggets will have plenty of time to get another shot off. Brian Stitt likes the opening. Good job by Liberty to pack, and the crowd appreciated.
Nuggets right now just simply out-hustling the Lakers. We've seen the last couple of times down the Lakers casting three-point shots. The offense is completely out of rhythm, and Denver has dominated the first half of this game.
Game clock is actually a couple of seconds behind the shot clock. Turnaround jumper, actually a straight-up jumper. Dikembe Mutombo as his offensive repertoire continues to grow. Divac, the wraparound and the pull-up, and he's got nothing. 69-46. The Nuggets with perhaps their biggest lead at intermission in December of 1989, so slightly more than that. Fumble, and AC Green comes away. Byron Scott streaking in and misses the layup. That kind of typifies the evening for the Lakers. Jackson finds Ellis, good up fake, and LaFonso, will they give him 2 shots for that?
I don't think so. Well, they're going to give him 2. It looked like the foul there, and then LaFonso put it on the floor. But when things are going your way, why not?
Yeah, that's the longest continuation I've ever seen. So Ellis goes to the line. You talked about it at the top of the show, the fact that LaFonso Ellis has been able to go right through that rookie wall. Usually rookies tail off after 25 or 30 games. He's actually been far better, as those numbers illustrate.
You see right there, and he's a guy, again, that in the next few years is going to mean so much to this franchise, because you solidify your 3 and 4 spots. He can play either, and you give yourself a guy, or give yourself somebody who can play that position for 10 years. Ellis is a tremendous player, and is only going to get better.
And he plays with such intensity every night. I read one of those foolish scouting reports, because some of them are exactly that. Mutombo loses it, and then Worthy throws it up in the general direction of the basket, and Dikembe picks up his second. That listed as one of the weaknesses of LaFonso Ellis coming out of Notre Dame. They said he didn't play hard all the time. Can you imagine that? Who was watching LaFonso then?
Well, I think, again, you see guys that from time to time may see certain players on off nights and really formulate an opinion on a guy based on seeing him 2 or 3 times. We've seen LaFonso Ellis virtually every game, and lack of effort is not in his resume.
No, certainly not. Worthy has 14 points, and it's a 71-48 Denver lead. 23, same as it was at halftime. We played 50 seconds here, and a little reverse layup for Reggie Williams.
Just terrible rotation by the Lakers. Nuggets with an easy give and go, and Mutombo even a little bit late with the pass, but Williams still able to catch it almost uncontested and got the layup. And Los Angeles has no chance to get in this game unless defensively they can turn it out in several matches.
Threed has time to set his feet, and he buries the jump shot. Sedale now with 10 in the ball game. Check that, he's got 12. Nuggets have one more game at home on this homestand before heading east for 5 games in 8 days. Mentioned it a moment ago, it's Portland Thursday night. And then 5 in 8 days. Chris Jackson with a difficult shot.
Recognizing Scott at 3-point range. Liberty hustles out.
Now they got Worthy with a advantage on Williams, and the little sweeping hook won't go down. And Dikembe Mutombo with another rebound. He has 7 in the ball game. Williams, 3-pointers long, pulled down and run down now by Liberty. How many times has he done that tonight? To Ellis, and AC Green got in the passing lane. Three, backing down Jackson. CJ losing, now playing defense with his back. Shot clock's at 8. They go to the weak side. Now the double and Green's left alone. Good movement by the Lakers. They were patient and they got a good look.
Yeah, one of the few times really that the Nuggets have not rotated defensively as they doubled down on Divac. Nobody rotates to the weak side, and Green is all by himself.
Jackson, long range. It's there. Chris Jackson with his third bomb of the night. He's got 16 and a whistle on the floor. Paul Mahalik. Tickets Reggie Williams, and that'll be 3 on the Nuggets captain. Nuggets by 24, their biggest lead of the night, 25. Nuggets with their 9th sellout of the year, and they're averaging over 14,000 fans on the season. Just 3 with a little show-me move, and 3 has 14. If they average 14,000 plus for the season, that'll be only actually it'll be the first time since 78, 79. So a long time since the Nuggets have received so many people here at McNichols Arena. That's testimony not only to the drafting of Bernie Bickerstaff, the coaching of Dan Issel, but the job Tim Leiweke has done. Inside, the layup is good. Sedale Threatt now is 16. Well, the Lakers may be down on the scoreboard, but Sedale Threatt is continuing to have his way with the Nuggets.
In the last couple of minutes down, the only way for the Lakers to get back in this game is for the Nuggets to go to sleep defensively and have careless turnovers in offense.
Off the screen, Liberty. Worthy doesn't step out on him, but Marcus gives up the basketball. Shot clock's down to 6. They got to get one up. Down to 4. Liberty inside. Tough shot. He had it altered inside. Worthy in transition. Finger roll. Boy, he has a patent on that one also.
And that's a move that you've seen for years. Worthy, a quick stop, ducks into the lane, and then just kind of scoops it up with the right hand.
6-0 run for Los Angeles. They have it down to 18. As modest as it seems, you pointed out that they're not happy with the defensive effort, the transition offense. Liberty with another offensive rebound, and the hook shot is good.
Well, we've talked about the Nuggets and their competitive nature when they're behind, but young teams also have to learn how to play when they get way ahead, and this team has not had an occasion to have a lead like this too many times. It's Dikembe Mutombo and AC Green going at it a bit. You have to learn how to play with the lead too.
Does Dikembe know that AC aspires to be a minister one day?
I'm not sure right now that Dikembe cares. You'll see Green and Dikembe get tangled up.
AC Green checking his mouth and making sure all the teeth are still in it. 16 points, 11 rebounds for Marcus Liberty, enjoying his finest hour perhaps of the season. Another rebound for Ellis. Divac really battling on the block with Mutombo. Williams goes up, difficult layup, and he gets it to drop.
Second time we've seen this quarter as Williams cuts down the lane to Kimbe with the pass. He's able to get the shot off, up, and in.
And that's much better recognition, because a year ago, Mutombo would not have seen that as quickly, would he?
Well, he's developing offensively. I think it just takes time in this league. Obviously, Dikembe got a late start in basketball, but he's a guy that now is starting to feel a bit more comfortable, and he also draws double teams down in the blocks. And so he's got to learn how to kick the basketball off. He's done a nice job tonight with that.
Mutombo's got 10 points, 7 rebounds. Divac lost the basketball. That'll be a travel. 80-58. Nuggets by 22. 6:54 to go in the third. Drew Goodman, Dave Logan on Prime Sports Network this evening. The Nuggets trying to make it 12 of their last 13 here at Big Mac. And they're looking for the big fella now. They double again. He kicks it out to Williams.
So right back to him. That's it.
Yeah, they got triple right there. Face-up jumper. Dikembe Mutombo 3 times tonight has hit his jump shot. In transition, Byron Scott. He's been doing that for a decade.
But Dikembe, if he can start to really hit shots like that and develop the offensive game that's going to make this team very, very difficult as they mature.
Liberty sweeps in, back to Williams. Long range, short.
Lakers run a bit more in this quarter than we've seen in the entire game.
Scott against Williams. They work the pick and roll, and AC Green never gets the basketball. Kept the lot. Chris Jackson open floor. Now's the time, but he lays it in. Jackson with 18 in the ball game. He averages a little over 19, and Dan Issel's club is up 24. It has been that way since early in the first quarter. The Nuggets got out to a 30-14 lead. Fidel, 3. Hard to believe that this guy was a backup for so long in this league.
But it's hard to believe that when he was acquired, basically, the Lakers thought he'd be the third guard, the guy off the bench, and now he is the guy that runs the show.
He was terrific last year. In fact, he has played every basketball game since he was acquired from Seattle. Reggie gets himself in trouble. Stolen by Byron Scott. Jackson's back, and Byron throws it up in the general direction. He'll get 2 pitches. Chris Jackson picks up foul number 3.
And Dan, you see, not happy with this play either. Scott heads to the basket. CJ has to make up his mind to either avoid contact or wrap up Scott and prevent that basketball from getting to the height of the rim.
Robert Pack will come in. Tom Hammonds just checked in for Ellis. So Pack will run the ship right now. Chris Jackson gets to meet with Dan Issel, and Dan has both arms around him and is conversing with Chris. Chris is the stoop for the child in that conversation right there. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Jack Brewer's Pioneer Infinity. The unbeatable 48-month, 60,000-mile warranty and free roadside assistance is only part of the Infinity total ownership experience. Pioneer Infinity on South Havana in Aurora. Byron Scott has them both. He's in double digits. He has 11 points, averaging just under 15, and this is his 10th year out of Arizona State. He played a lot of future NBA players at ASU. Pat Lever, former Nugget, one of them. Quick for Liberty, and he can't get the left-handed layup, and Dikembe Mutombo, of all people, runs down the loose basketball. Pat sweeps in, layup's good.
Well, if you could chart, and they do, where the Nuggets have had the majority of their shots tonight, you'd see a bunch of them in the paint. They got off early from the perimeter, but they've been able to take the ball inside against the Laker defense all night.
Range, all of them. Mutombo swats it, but it'll be goaltending. Get the basket to Vlade Divac, only his second of the evening. 4 points for Divac.
Well, Mutombo guessed right that Divac would spin to his left. He backs up a little bit to create space for the block. I don't know. That ball looked to be on its way up. Mutombo, a little over 3 blocks per game.
It's only been one game this year that he has not had a block in. That was against Cleveland, a Nugget victory. How about that move? A little drop step, and he splits the defenders, and Mutombo pumping his fist with the dunk. Getting better and better every time out.
Yeah, he's starting to really feel like offensively he can make moves like this. The good, strong move to the bucket. He spins inside the pressure, and then the strength of Dikembe as he carries Divac to the basket. And guys that don't get the basketball much, that have a chance to really catch it at their spot, get excited when they do things like that.
15 now for Mutombo to go along with 8 rebounds. Nuggets by 23, same separation they had at halftime. Goes all the way in, and then misses the layup, knocked out of bounds off the Nuggets, and that was the first dunk. The Nuggets played nearly 8 full minutes without a dunk, so we apologize, Jason. You've won a PSN t-shirt for participating, but he had LaFonso Ellis making the first dunk of the second half, and it was Dikembe Mutombo. Fidel 3 hit the jump shot at the other end. 20 now for 3. Still finds help in Liberty. Now they go to Hey, just think how tough Pack will be if he can knock down a jump shot with some degree of consistency. Stripped by Byron Scott. 3 seconds for the Nuggets to get off a shot as Dwayne Cooper comes back in. That's all that Dan Issel to see Pack yet. He leans in, tries to draw the foul. Speaking of jump shots, Robert Pack.
That's a pretty good indication against a former college teammate of how strong he is. If he doesn't lean in and create a little separation, that shot is blocked. Robert Pack is very solid.
Cooper and Pack, the two former teammates, guarding each other. Hammond's kept it alive. Mutombo gets the rebound. Liberty, tough finger roll from about 7 feet away. Peeler's in, Cooper's in, and Byron Scott's still in. Great look, too hot for Hammonds, but Liberty will take it off the chest. That's like a hockey play. 2 assists would be given there. Timeout, Los Angeles. Randy Fund. Boy, if he could shorten this one and get a high point total this year, 131 against Minnesota, and there's still 2.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Anthony Peeler, the southpaw. Good-looking shot, and it rips the cords. Peeler was 7 in the basketball game, the former Missouri star. Player of the year last year in the Big 8. Pack goes to Mutombo, Elgin Campbell. Ryan Stiff thought about it, now goes on the blocks to Hammonds. Turnaround. That touched every part of the rim without dropping. Reach in on Pack. How many times do you think Pack and Cooper played one-on-one?
Countless.
Right.
Countless. Friends off the court, combatants on the court, and you saw Robert Pack there anticipate the move by Dwayne Cooper. Almost got him for a travel.
Nuggets over the limit in the third, so Cooper will have a couple of pitches. Well, Thursday night, there's more NBA on Prime Sports Network. The Nuggets will have the Portland Trailblazers here. Sports Talk, the pregame show at 6:30, and then immediately following another edition of the Dan Issel Show. All of that beginning 6:30 on Thursday. The Nuggets in Portland, the main event. Robert Pack tries to go reverse. Mutombo goes over the back, and Paul Mahalik says, nope, we'll send it the other way. That's number 3 on Dikembe.
This is the kind of game, really, for both teams, it's very difficult to stay in. Lakers realize that they're up against it, and at times have gone through the motions. The foul on Dikembe Mutombo, I thought he had the basketball before he came down on top of AC Green.
AC probably would disagree with that, but...
Well, the Nuggets, of course, have been ahead for the entire game with leads up to 25 points, and you tend to become sloppy and you lose interest. Both teams lose interest in a game like this.
Randy Fund, you saw just a second ago, probably would like to petition the officials here to start this whole thing again, but I've never seen that happen. 6 points tonight for AC Green, and the Lakers on a modest 6-0 run, and pretty good tackle by Anthony Peeler at midcourt. Now, if they give him a jump ball out of this, I would have to disagree. Anthony Peeler didn't try to get the basketball. All he tried to do was wrap up Robert Pack.
Well, Peeler's put on about 10 pounds this season and might make a good defensive back here. He goes to the ball, but now...
all he did was tackle Pack. Pack gets up. Did you see him win that jump ball the other night against Akeem Olajuwon down in Houston? Liberty all alone. Right, loses the basketball, but he was fouled.
Fouls on Scott.
It's on Byron Scott.
That's his first.
First on Byron Scott. And Liberty, who's having quite a ball game. He has 18 points to go along with 11 rebounds, and many of those 11 rebounds on the offensive end.
This copyright program is presented by the authority of the NBA and the Denver Nuggets and is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written permission of the NBA, the Denver Nuggets, and Prime Sports Network is prohibited.
Thank you, David. Anthony Peeler fouled before he was able to kick the basketball to Byron Scott. It'll go against 14 Robert Pack.
Keeler shooting 2.
This game all of a sudden has slowed to a rather lethargic pace. 1:22 left in the third, 94-74. Nuggets leading by 20. If you're just joining us, they were up by 23 at intermission. They got off to a great start. First quarter, close to 40 points. Keeler goes 1 of 2. AC Green keeps it alive, however. Byron Scott. He still has one of the prettiest jump shots in the game.
Now the Lakers a little more aggressive defensively, only down 17. Trying to get that thing down to 15 or under, starting the fourth.
Mutombo, long hook. That was, well, I don't want to say it was reminiscent of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but the distance certainly was. Pull up by Campbell. Right now, you don't want to trade baskets. Certainly, you'll take it if you're the Nuggets. The Lakers don't want to do that. They're trying to double every time the Nuggets make a catch. Shot clock to 7. Falling away. Byron Scott hits the layup and then tumbles to the floor. 15 for Scott.
And the Nuggets the last couple of minutes have kind of gone to sleep themselves, and now you allow the Lakers to at least have a glimmer of hope that they can stay in this game.
Well, he got it down to that magic number you spoke of, 15. Pack back to Stiff, down to 3. Pack's got to force one up. He gives off the foul with 1/10 of a second left. Tom Hammonds wanted to go up and stick it, and the Nuggets used every ounce of that possession.
And again, Pack, with the shot clock running down, draws the defense to him. It looked like Hammonds may have been losing that basketball on his way up before Campbell got there, but he'll have 2 free throws. That's the importance of a guy like Robert Pack.
Hammonds 64% on the year. He started out pretty hot with the Nuggets. He was in double figures 5 of his first 6 games, but the last 6 he's been in single digits in the scoring department. His best game as a Nugget came against Doug Moe's 76ers. As you see what he did last game, that was out at the Great Western Forum. Best game came against the Sixers at 13 points and 12 rebounds in spelling LaFonso Ellis. Dan Issel, I think you heard in the background, clarifying with 25 that you can't catch it in 15-point deficit. Keeler falling away on the baseline.
Nice defense.
Ellis is back on the floor for Hammonds. It's Jackson and Stiff in the backcourt. Scott Hastings and Reggie Williams along with Ellis up front. Shot. Hastings gets the rebound. It's off the Fonz, and we have 3 seconds.
That was about 13 seconds. Hastings doing a nice job on the boards to realize that Campbell's an excellent shot blocker. Decided to get an assist rather than an attempt. 7 points, and at the season high with 7 rebounds Sunday night against Charlotte. He really was a key down the stretch. Did a terrific job on Mourning and keeping balls alive and spelling Dikembe Mutombo, who was in foul trouble.
And of course, he had the great line after the game. We asked him on the post-game show if that was the biggest ovation he ever had when he left the ball game, and he said, no, second to when I told my wife I was going to sleep on the couch one night. He never misses a beat, does he? Scott wheels in, gives off to Campbell. Campbell pulls up in traffic, back of the iron. And it comes away to Brian Stiff, leading the break. 3-on-1, Stiff all the way.
Nice job by Stiff, and that's the advantage of having a guy who's 6'5", who can handle the basketball. Just takes it strong right to the rim, and Sedell Freed had to get out of the way.
Ellis on Campbell, Hastings on AC Green. Here's 3. Jackson loses them, and 3 not open, buries the jump shot. And he's having a running conversation, Sedell Freed, with somebody on the Denver Nugget bench, because that's the 2nd consecutive time he's buried a jump shot and had something to say. Chris Jackson answering on the other end.
Boy, that's a tough shot. He caught that basketball running toward the sideline. It didn't look like he was strong enough to even get it there. Speaking of strength.
Yeah, speaking of strength, AC Green able to finish. He's got 8, and he'll go to the line. Scott Hastings gets ticketed.
This is a tough matchup for Hastings as Green catches it. He wheels into the lane, and Scott is beat off that initial move.
Sedale Threet, by the way, 22 points in the game. Chris Jackson, his counterpart, with 20. But the Nuggets lead on the scoreboard by 15, 101-86 with 10:09 left. Stith against Peeler.
Nice.
Give and go. Hastings lines in, easy layup. For a second, I mean a fleeting second, I thought Scott might try to go up and jam that.
He got a good pass that time in the give and go, and again the Laker defense is really
Count the basket, AC Green, or do they wipe it out? They wipe it out on the floor. They'll give it to Brian Stith.
Well, AC Green is a master of getting position. You can see him just kind of shove Brian Stith out of the way. There's the foul on Hastings before the bucket is good. AC Green is one of those offensive rebounders, a little bit like Paul Silas, not nearly as effective, but he's able to realize where the ball is going off, and then he's got very subtle moves down low. He nudges you out of the way.
Anthony Peeler, he's a little short, body defense. Yeah, they're going to count that basket. And you know what, folks? LaFonso Ellis swatted it. The ball was an air ball. It never would have gotten to the rim.
Yeah, this ball was going straight up in the air. Vlade Divac actually shot that basketball almost backwards.
Difficult to do. Mutombo's getting set to come in. Williams jumpers off, and again, position for AC Green. Here's the Lakers. That is a clean block. Ellis gets Sedale 3. And 3 stepped on the line as he tried to make the steal from behind on Williams. 103-88, Nuggets by 15. Scott Hastings gets a round of applause as he is replaced by Mutombo. So Mutombo and Divac will resume their wrestling match on the blocks. Jackson faces up, buries the jumper, and Mutombo has won that battle this evening.
And right now may be the last surge the Lakers have. They're down 17, 9 minutes to go. Starting to get the running game going a bit, starting to shoot the basketball better. The Nuggets are going to have to answer defensively for the next couple of minutes and take away any idea the Lakers might have of getting in this game.
17 for Byron Scott. He has played well tonight. And Brian Stith continues to be consistent from the outside.
He's got kind of a Fred Couples shot swing. I mean, Couples is so smooth with his stick, very deliberate in how he takes the shot.
Peeler on the reverse side, can't get it to drop. I was trying to figure out how you were going to work Fred Couples into a basketball game.
Very deliberate. I mean, when Stith decides he's going to shoot nice, smooth delivery, good release.
Okay, I'll buy
Couplers with the effortless swing.
Yeah. You ready to start playing golf again?
I wish.
Good catch by Peeler, and Brian Stith will pick up his second personal. 7:59 left, and it has deteriorated a little bit.
Just a tad. Lakers again want to push the basketball up, and Anthony Peeler is a guy that Jerry West is counting on in the next couple of years. We said he's put on about 10 pounds. Peeler needs to develop an outside perimeter game, a consistent one, to be a big-time player in this league.
Well, he's counting on, there's a matchup. They've kind of negated each other, Threet and Chris Jackson. The other guy he's counting on is on the bench in a fancy suit, Doug Christie. He remains on the suspended list, and again, he didn't do anything wrong. He's just learning the system and getting in playing shape. Good steal by Threet. Gives to Green. Green against Reggie Williams, draws contact, and then buries the jumper in the paint. Dan Issel wants a timeout because the lead is cut to 14. The least it has been since sometime early in the second quarter. 1 point, a 25-point lead for Denver. It's down to 14. Liberty is back in. Chris Jackson, the high archer, and that was way off the mark. And then the foul on Dikembe Mutombo, who had position underneath. They're going to call it on
Divac.
Yep, Vlade Divac.
Jackson forces this shot a bit, and Divac will have his hands, you'll see right there, in the middle of Dikembe's back. And that's the call. Nuggets have to run their offense and get good shots. The last 2 or 3 times down, they forced things offensively, and the Lakers have converted.
Pick and roll, jump shot to Lafonso. That calls it, you know that counts. It did not touch the 24-second clock. It didn't crawl over the top. So one of the uglier rim bank shots you will see, but it counts for Ellis. Good lob inside, Nelson Campbell with the alley-oop and the finish. Ellis, by the way, with 18. Jackson crossover dribble and jump shots long, and again pulled down by Ellis, who's nearing double figures in rebounds. Williams free on the baseline.
See, everything lately has come from the perimeter. Dan Issel, I'm sure, wants to kick that basketball inside a little bit more.
Divac using the left hand. That was pretty. Divac with 8. You know, at his wedding in his native at what was once Yugoslavian Serbia, he had 1,000 people attend his wedding, Dave, and it was televised nationally. That is how big a star Vlade Divac is back in Europe. Williams falling away. Reggie Williams now with 16.
And that was a big hoop. Lakers have cut the lead to 12. Still plenty of time in this one. And again, Dan Issel can feel the Lakers now with the serves that we expected.
Reed penetrates. He goes back outside. Peeler had a three-pointer. I'm surprised he let it go. AC Green, yet another rebound and the stick back. AC Green, as much as anybody, is responsible for the resurgence in the fourth quarter of LA, and it's down to 12 again as we have a whistle. Eldon Campbell. That's number 2 on Campbell, and second team foul on the Lakers in the quarter.
Well, the Lakers have been able to climb back in this one because they've now started to hustle and get a lot of loose balls. You see AC Green with the putback there. Reggie Williams and Anthony Peeler almost getting tangled up there a bit. Lakers have 18 points in this quarter with still 5.5 to go. So they have started to knock down some shots. The Nuggets have been a bit lethargic on offense.
Liberty goes 1 of 2, 112-99, 13-point lead, 5:25 as you see in the lower portion of the screen on the right side, left in the basketball game. Robert Pack will come in, try to energize the Nuggets. Eldon Campbell wheels in left hand. That's a pretty move. The former Clemson star, who has struggled this year offensively, just 6.5 points a game. Liberty with the quick shot, but he buries the 3. I don't know if that's what Dan wanted, but it's one of those, no, yeah. .23 in the basketball game for Liberty. All the way short, Reggie Williams has the rebound. 23 points, a season high for Liberty. Reach in on Anthony Peeler. So Robert Pack on the floor. Chris Jackson will leave. Jackson has 22. Union Arena, and folks, it hasn't been much better at Reunion. They've only got 4 victories there.
Lakers now trying to increase the tempo a bit and trap the basketball. But Williams, nice job, and that thing was halfway in.
That caressed every part of the hoop, but didn't stay down. Here's Robert Pack, open floor, look out below. Peeler's 3 is good. 104-117. Down to 13 again. And the rim got stuck down by the Nuggets rim. Robert Pack's jam altered it for a moment, and now they fixed it.
Well, he's no Shaquille O'Neal. He doesn't tear the entire apparatus down, but pretty good dunks from a guy that size.
Yeah, he's put together. Robert Pack cutting to the hoop. They didn't see him, and they stay outside. Now Pack free on the baseline. See, if he can do that, Dave, what a threat he'd become, because you have to play him to drive right now because he doesn't have the consistent jump shot. But tonight he's knocked down a couple of those, and the Nuggets lead back to 15. And seemingly insurmountable.
She likes New Jersey, Washington, and Philadelphia.
Ever tell you about the last time I was in your fine city of Cleveland?
Yeah, I don't think you can tell me now either.
It was close. 119-104, the Nuggets over the Lakers. That's one of those old Henny Youngman lines or something along those lines. Very old and very poor. Have you ever figured out about the hairdo, the question I posed to you at the top, why Randy Fund has followed up two guys with similar hairdos?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, let me know when you do. A.C. Green has a foot on the line, and it'll be a two-pointer. A.C. Green with 15 in the ballgame. And now they're giving him a three. His foot was clearly on the line. Pack is hammered. Count the basket. Talk about going to the hole strong.
He is fearless, and he has proven that over the course of the year. It doesn't matter who is there. Robert Pack will take it strong inside. The bounce pass feed, he is into the jump. A.C. Green knocks Robert Pack completely off stride. A.C. Green here, his right foot.
That was closer than I thought.
He's close to the line. They did give him a three-point shot on that play.
His 8th of the year, and Pack trying to complete the three-point play. Pack now the 6th Nugget in double figures, all 5 starters. And Pack looking for point number 13. Pack averaging just over 9 a game, but in the last couple of months, he's averaged better than that. They lined it around the baseline. They need threes right now. Mueller, he's about 25 yards away. I mean, he wasn't even 25 feet away.
Now it's time to be careful with the ball, use some clock, and force the Lakers to play you straight up.
Pack elevates and can't get it to drop. Green with the rebound. 15-point lead for the Nuggets. 2:40 left. Sedale 3. Does he miss tonight?
He is incredible.
Sedale 3 with 25. Exactly what he averages when they play Denver. 10 more than he averages against the rest of the league. Liberty threw one in from half court, but that will not count.
Fouls on Green, his second.
Sedale 3 is 11 of 16 from the floor tonight. I would say he likes to play Denver.
Boy, he had 17, what, in the first quarter last time they got together? 122-110, the Nuggets by 12, though the Lakers have attacked. The Nuggets have had leads as large as 25 points tonight, but the Lakers behind A.C. Green and Sedale 3 and Byron Scott have gotten back to 12. They had it down to 11 a few minutes ago. This is a tough way to make a living, but Rocky enjoying every moment of his passage into the mezzanine section. Now he's coming back down. Dave, would you volunteer for such duty?
I don't think so.
No, you had to give it some thought, though.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Marcus Liberty will go to the line. Marcus with a season-high 23 points tonight, and he's also done it on the boards. 11 rebounds, many on the offensive end. 24 now for Liberty. You know, the thing with Liberty's game is he's so streaky. He can come out and have a night like this, and he can also have nights where he can't find the range. He was scoreless against Charlotte. That scud missed.
And Scott Hastings got into the view that time of Sedale 3.
And Ellis had thoughts of hammering that one. He'll have to earn his from the stripe. Todd Lichty getting set to come in. And
Robert Pack sees Alfonso Ellis in the baseline, and Sedale 3 gets a lot of Ellis on his way up.
there's Lichty. You really have to feel for Todd because he is not getting much playing time. He's had a lot of those DNPs, did not play coaches' decisions of late. Yet when he does get his moments, he plays with the same tenacity that he always has. And he's a guy with a lot of ability, but the Nuggets have a logjam at 2. Mark Macon didn't play tonight, but they play the same position.
Well, as Bernie Bickerstaff has said before, those are nice problems to have. And sooner or later, they have to address it, who they're going to play at 2 and 3. They would like to get interchangeable players, guys that can play a multitude of positions. And I think gradually they're headed in that direction. This guy can play 3 and 4.
3 of 4 tonight from the stripe, and Ellis has 19 points in the ball game to go with 6 rebounds. 8 of 11 from the floor. You have to love his shooting percentage, up at 50%. Look how he's getting after it defensively. He was guarding a point guard there, Dave. Dwayne Cooper couldn't shake him.
That's just understanding the challenge, and LaFonso, before he comes out, wanted to say to Dwayne Cooper, hey, you can't take me to the baseline. Big guys like challenges like that, especially when they're 21 years old.
Kevin Brooks, who has not played 9 of the last 10 games, gets an opportunity here. Nuggets up 15. Marcus Liberty gets the high fives, the low fives, and something the Nuggets have been doing of late. What is that, the chest five? Have you noticed that, Dave?
I don't know what that is.
Lichty nearly loses it, now gives it to Cooper. Up and over Lichty, and Lichty hurt himself. Todd Lichty is down. He turned his ankle.
Looked like he hurt himself just hustling back, and initially I thought he was going to contest the Cooper jam. Oh, his left knee buckled right there.
Even before he got to Dwayne Cooper.
Oh, yeah, he never got in the air. The left knee buckled as he planted and tried to push up.
This is just amazing. Todd Lichty is a guy that didn't miss a game at Stanford. One of the all-time leading scorers in Pac-10 history. And he comes to the NBA, and it's been one injury after another, and obviously even one tragedy off the court where he lost his girlfriend in a car accident and suffered an injury there as well. Todd Lichty being helped to the locker room.
And you hope that it's only a sprain, but when you're trying to elevate, running as fast as you can, and you really plant that knee, to see it kind of buckle before you can get up in the air, that's the time that you really tear the knee up.
And it's frustrating because you come in cold. You've been sitting around for the better part of several hours. Todd Lichty, yesterday I saw him working out. He hasn't been playing as many minutes, so taking the time to get an extra workout in to keep his body in shape. And barely 10 seconds into his first stint of the night, has the knee buckle. 125 places Todd Lichty. Pack in the backcourt with him. Kevin Brooks up front with Tommy Hammonds and Scott Hastings, who has the basketball. And the crowd wants Hastings to launch it. Hammond sweeps in. Good-looking move, but he can't get it to fall. Garbage time, and Robert Pack says to his former teammates, you are not taking it to the hole on me. A pretty good forearm shiver. Peeler will inbound. They had the lob to Peeler. The only problem was they almost went in. Alex Blackwell also in for the Lakers, number 30. Now he takes up some room, Dave. 6'6" and 260 out of that basketball mecca, Monmouth College in New Jersey. Stiff. Thought about it and brings it back down. Stiff, pull up, 15-footer, rolls out, got it, and gets down the rebound. Pack all the way to the hoop.
Nice pass from Scott Hastings, too, as Robert Pack at the backdoor cut.
Dave, that's the 54th field goal of the night for the Nuggets, which is a season high. Their previous high was 52. That's a lot of buckets. Anthony Peeler, that's a three-pointer. Third that Peeler's hit tonight. He's got 14. Jerry West has a way of finding talent in the middle and late rounds, doesn't he?
Absolutely, and they're happy with Anthony Peeler, too.
Peeler stole it right back. Now Hastings, why did Scott take that shot? You're up to 12 points late. But ever the disciplined one, Scott Hastings, who will appear on the Dan Issel show tonight later on, decided not to stick the knife in any further. And the Nuggets might have gone away. 127-115 on the night that Alex English was honored here at Big Mac. His jersey retired, and the Nuggets, sensing the moment, went out and played a tremendous basketball game. Their previous, their best this season, 131. Tonight they come close. They score 100.